When it comes to administrative controls, you have mid-level and line supervisors ensuring department policies are followed. In time, just in time educational and documentation issued to staff members, and how often should observation be conducted. One of the most important factors that I have found when it comes to administrative controls and making sure that your health and safety requirements for your job is being followed and that is being adhered to by your employee is mid-line supervisors, mid-level supervisors, and the line supervisors. Making sure that employees stick to your SOP and that your staff do not come complacent with your policies. You may have a policy stating that people have to wear their PPE, which is personal protective equipment. That PPE may be your gloves, may be face shields, it may be your safety glasses. If you don't have your first line supervisor, mid-level supervisors doing observations of staff members, if you don't have your supervisors checking to make sure that your staff members wear their glasses on a regular basis, then you will have unnecessary injuries taking place on your workplace. For instance, in hospitals, it could be a policy of the hospital to make sure people wash their hands on a daily basis. In line supervisors and mid-level supervisors, if you're conducting observations, then they will make sure that people are washing their hands, make sure bloodborne pathogens are not being spread throughout the hospital, making sure certain things are taking place. So it's very important with your administrative controls that the first level of supervision stick to the policy, making sure that staff members follow that policy according to how the policy is written, and making sure that they educate staff members according to the policy. And with that education, it may be that you just may have a verbal conference, or you may have to tell someone, put your glasses on, put your gloves on. I've been noticing that you don't wash your hands regularly before you go into a patient's room or when you come out of a patient's room. Then if there's a continuance where a person is not following policy, you may have to document that with that staff individual. And that can do several things. One, it can bring observation or bring that person to awareness that they are not following the policy of the organization, as well as if the person continues to breach their code of conduct, then you can document it, leads to you also follow progressive discipline techniques, because you don't want to have an incident where you have a person who is a good worker, but over a course of period of time, because they become complacent, and now when something serious happens, you have to discipline that person, and then but because progressive discipline is not being followed, you have to keep that person within the job force, and it could become a safety hazard, become a hazard. So your administrative controls are very important to make sure that you are being compliant to your health and safety standards set forth by your institution, but it's also very important to make sure that you keep staff aware of these policies and keep the hazards down in your workplace. The way workplaces maintain hazard free is because you have supervision that's following up on policies, that's speaking to, because you have people doing these tasks and they're repetitive tasks. And sometimes when people are doing repetitive tasks, sometimes when you're working long hours, people become complacent. And it's up for the supervisors and mid-level supervisors and line supervisors become diligent into observing their employees after holidays or weekends, like we just had the Labor Day. As a holiday, sometimes people, they don't want to be there. They're still out on vacation because it was just a holiday. So by supervisors and mid-level supervisors observing the behaviors and coming familiar with their staff members, then that can assist with keeping incidents and accidents down in a workplace.
For more information, click on the link below or visit databrackets.com.